We ready?
The Bud Crawford.
We rolling?
Yeah, we
Oh wait, we don't see ourselves on the there. No, wait, yep,
Yep,
yes.
there you go.
We ready?
Bud Crawford fight was last Saturday, right?
That was.
And how about the fucking Ravens doing that bullshit? Did you see what happened at halftime?
No.
They do the dildo?
No, it was like, oh, cool, hey, Ravens, congratulations for playing the Cleveland Browns tonight. We're going to celebrate our 30-year anniversary of when we came over.
Oh. That's fucked. But they lost too, though, didn't they?
No, they beat the shit.
Oh, they beat the shit out of.
They beat
what
the
was
shit
that?
out.
Oh, that was
41-10.
Buffalo that they fucked up.
Yeah.
They fucked up the.
Yeah, because Derrick Henry, what's his name?
Oh. All right, we rolling. We ready?
They played the fucking Lions, assholes. Anyway,
Get off, fam.
but yo, you already know what it is. You know what it is. It's Friday. It's Friday. You know, Friday's so popping, they call Thursday Friday Junior. And you already know what time it is on this beautiful Friday at 8-ish. You got your
8-ish.
8-ish. You got your bros.
Somewhere.
You got your big homies, bigger homies. You got your podcasters' favorite podcasters. It's your man, 100 Grand Jeremiah, a.k.a. the Sales Hero, b.k.a. Jaded Jeremiah, Hurt Perkins, magical nigga. Sorry I fucked your wife, but she asked for it. And to my right, my big dog, big dog Z. Introduce yourself.
Yo, nothing more, nothing less. Big Z in the flesh, baby.
And once again, thanks for tuning in. It's Bro Migos. This episode something. I don't really know, don't really care. It's infinite episodes. We passed that point. And I should just stop saying episode what? But we got a good one for you. We got a nice one for you. We got something cooked up for you. But how was your Zeke week before we? How was your week, Z, before we hop into it?
Hey man, you know it's always a good week when the wheels is turning, the bag is stacking, and you know it's good week monetarily.
Okay.
You know
It starts with that, especially as a man.
No doubt.
Can't have funds without. I can't have fun without funds.
Can't have fun without funds. But yeah, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary, man. You know.
You watched that fight?
More the same. I did. Bud Crawford.
Yeah.
Shout out Bud Crawford, man. Yep. Legend.
Nebraska's own.
Beat the absolute what the
Snot.
fuck breaks off of Canelo. I think, in my opinion. But it's funny. You know, it's funny because it actually is to some people at least questionable. There's a lot of people trying to make a case for online for why they feel like it should have been a draw, or either you know that Canelo dominated or won or whatever. But I don't know what fight them niggas was watching.
Facts.
Because if you was watching what I was watching, I saw
tactician.
Yeah.
Surgical with this shit.
Yeah. I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake.
Right.
But yeah.
I actually fell asleep probably like after the 8th round. To be honest with you. I'm a sports fan. Don't really care too much about boxing, but I watch it just because it's on. If nothing else, I'll watch sports.
Okay.
But one thing I will say is that Crawford was way more skilled. And I don't think Canelo kind of anticipated that. You know what I mean? His counters were nasty.
Yes, he was very skilled. He was very technical as a boxer.
Yeah.
Very, very cerebral in his approach. But I think what caught Canelo off guard, if you ask me, don't ask me, I don't give a fuck. But I don't think Canelo expected Crawford to be able to stand in the phone booth with him.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
That was to me was the shock.
Because he wasn't backing down. Yeah.
He stood in there with him. He stood in there and took Canelo's punches. Canelo, and when Canelo gave him his best shot, he realized that damn, I got a different type of nigga standing in front of me.
Like,
so
let me ask you, in a fight, I'm gonna be honest with you. In a fight, at what point do you know? Yeah, I'm about to get my ass whooped.
What up, B? I see you.
Cause I ain't gonna front. So I don't fight. I don't fight. I tell people like I was the funny nigga who hooped and got bitches. So I didn't really have to fight. And when niggas tried to press me, other motherfuckers, hey man, what the fuck, nigga? You know what I mean? And not saying it like they were trying to save me.
You was the funny nigga.
I was the funny nigga.
Yeah,
exactly. Funny nigga hooped and I got bitches. At the end of the day, so it's like I never really had to fight. So I don't know what it feels like. I have no clue. Never been there. So in your fights, do you know and be like, oh shit, I hit him with my best shit. I might die today. Does any boxer go through that or any fight go through that?
Listen. Any fighter, I don't give a fuck if you were professional.
Because you did MMA, right?
I did.
Okay,
yes,
cool.
I did. But even if I didn't, it's still the fact still remains. If you've been in a fight before, if you would nigga that you got some fights under your belt, right? Yep. Everybody got that okie doke, nigga. You got that. Give me your best. You got that shit in your bag that you're gonna put most niggas out, right? Okay. I don't give a fuck if it's whatever it is. You
Head,
bite a nigga's nipple off.
Whatever you gotta do.
It is, you got some surprise motherfucking shit, right? And every fighter knows that. But you also, so one of the most disheartening things is you get that shit off on a nigga smooth. Like, I mean, the execution was perfect. Like, you hit this nigga square in the motherfucking chin.
Right.
And he just don't respond in the manner.
That's the type of shit like you do the move and you wait because you know the nigga gonna drop.
Yeah.
But he don't drop.
It's immediately at that moment you start looking for an exit strategy.
You're looking like Martin. Damn. Lay me down to sleep.
And then I'm gonna tell you when it get worse. The only time it's worse than that is when you rinse and repeat.
You do it again.
You do it again, and this motherfucker still looking at you like
he didn't know that this was my finisher.
But you know what? Listen, that's got truth to it because there are people out there, and I don't want to use the R word, but it is motherfuckers out there that's too stupid to know that they're severely injured and should be knocked out at this moment, and they're gonna keep coming. And those are the worst people.
Stay down. Get us some milk,
bro.
Yo, so listen. So I'm gonna be honest with you. So
what's up, Shanny?
Like, okay. So all right. So this is just Jeremiah from Jeremiah. I hate seeing people get into fights, especially getting their ass whooped. Like me looking at combat hand to hand, I be like, oh man. And I think it's barbaric and stupid to fight somebody. That's just me. But here's the flip side. But if I'm into it and I think you should get your ass whooped, death upon you.
What is it about? I don't know. Americans, man, we like carnage, bro. We like violence. We love our violence, bro. And I don't know if it's a cultural thing, but we love.
It's really not
violence.
okay. So one of the most goth and most like emo countries is like Germany or some shit. Like everybody's walking around with leather coats and black nails, right? Men, women included. But they have one of the lowest crime rates. So I think what we do is that we'll dress emo, or we'll dress in black, or we'll have a black friend or a white friend, and then we decide we want to sell crack, cocaine, fentanyl, weed, or think we're outside of what's, you know what I mean? Because this is how I say, it's the scary non-gangster niggas that you got to worry about, because they don't really know what it is to be gangster. So what they'll do is they'll outperform, or they'll try to outdo, or try to be too gangster to the point where it'll injure yourself, right? Like, you know what I mean?
I feel like
you already know this. The only niggas that really go to jail are the suburban niggas that try to do street nigga shit. Am I lying or not? Most of the suburban niggas that you know they wasn't street. Most of them niggas went to jail. But the niggas that was in the street doing it in the city,
because they know the ins and outs. They done vetted the shit. They perfected their craft. Speaking of which, so today's show. Oh, we got a sip of the week.
Oh yeah. First and foremost, I was kind of going back and forth with this, because I have a hard time trying to crown a woman a simp. Because I think all women are simps. No offense. I think y'all just think the same way.
We gotta unpack that. But
we'll unpack it
later.
But shout out to the simp of the week. We're gonna give it to Cardi B and the Cardi supporters. Yay! Damn. So real quick, Cardi divorced her husband because he was cheating and said, "Fuck you." Still married. Divorce isn't final. Got with Stephon Diggs. She is currently pregnant with Stephon Diggs' child. Not to mention, he just had a kid maybe 4 months ago.
I mean, shit. Okay, so I get it, but if you just got with Cardi B, would you put a baby in it ASAP too? Why not?
No, because I'm not a broke nigga.
It don't got nothing to do with money.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Would you have a kid with a woman and go through what you're currently going through right now? Because if I knew I was gonna go through that, yeah,
no, probably not.
Exactly. So me and Z, we both share one thing. Like me and him, we have a daughter. Not our daughter, but I have a daughter. He has a daughter, and you know what I mean. People are weird. People are weird.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Like some Charlemagne shit, bitches. Anyway, so we're not with our significant other. So it's certain trials and tribulations, certain things we have to go through in order to keep peace in the house and peace in our mind. And I was literally saying, I don't give a fuck what woman you are, who you are. If we're not gonna be together and raise it, bitch, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm just being honest with you. And that's family right there. I think the tradition right now in America is lost. Gone are the days where we weren't family. You know what the American dream is for a woman now? Mm-hmm. Rich baby daddy.
So is that why Cardi's getting the sip of the week?
Yes, because this is how she getting the sip of the week. This math don't math for me. I was with my husband. And the reason I left my husband It's because my husband fucked another bitch. So I decided to go with another dude that's already fucking other bitches. Already.
And get pregnant.
I'm considered one of his hoes. I'm on his roster.
Okay, wait a minute, but it's in the order of, in the pecking order, who's first tier? Is it Cardi or is it Stefan?
Stefan.
Are you sure? Would most people say that?
No. Okay, so the reason that Stefan...
Would somebody in Africa know who Stefan Diggs is?
Probably not. But guess what? He's the man. Like, Cardi is fucking him. He's not fucking... Like, bitch, listen, Cardi, you Tuesday and Thursday. I got these other white hoes. You know what I mean? So he's the guy. He's the sought after. Ain't too many niggas that can get a Cardi B. Right?
That's the point I'm making.
But all I'm saying is that all I'm doing is fucking you. I have no obligation. I just put a seed in you. Cardi's not going to ask for child support. Cardi's not going to ask for anything. You're literally carrying this motherfucker, and I have access to your vagina when I want to feel and make nice. Stefan Diggs won. I'm being honest with you. Flip side, let's say Cardi was working at Red Lobster, and she was married to a nigga, and stopped fucking him to fuck the cook, and had a baby by the cook. We would call her stupid, right?
Yeah, but she didn't stop.
The point I'm trying to make is at the end of the day, the only reason we don't look down on Cardi like we look down on most people is because she has money. That's it. That's the only reason.
Well, you heard it right here. Simp of the week this week.
W-E-A-K. Bitches, you tripping? Your math ain't mathing.
Cardi B. Simp of the week.
Set. Shout out to Set. You dodged that bullet, OG.
All right.
Bro Migos.
So, today we got a good show lined up. It's this show some of y'all might find actually informative. It's not our
some of y'all might grind your gears or make your ass itch.
Hey, and some of y'all might change y'all's minds after this. But anyway, it's entitled Entrepreneurship. Sorry, I've been drinking. Yes, no, maybe so.
Let's go.
Reason we call it that is the reason the show is titled that is because we're gonna talk about the ups and downs, ins and outs, pros and cons, myths, misnomers, truths about being an entrepreneur.
Behind the scenes.
Is it for everybody? Is it for anybody?
Facts.
For that matter.
Facts. Shout out to that. Yeah, that's a good question.
So let's get into it, man.
Right,
let's
cool.
get into it.
So first,
let's define it. What does it mean for those out there who don't know? What does it really mean to be an entrepreneur?
And please, guys, stop using these words just loosely. I hate when people say, I'm an entrepreneur. No, the fuck you're not. If you're always looking for a job, you're probably not an entrepreneur. If you don't... I'm sorry. That was funny. Jeff, stop laughing. If you don't embrace sales, you are not an entrepreneur. So let's talk about it. So first things first, an entrepreneur is an individual, and this is how I define it, because I'm going to get the umbrella. You have the ability to turn off and turn on your own water, meaning that your hustle and your work ethic determines how successful you're going to be every single day. You don't punch a clock. You don't sign in. Typically, it's contract work. I contract you to perform. Once you perform, I'll pay you for your performance. Mm-hmm. That's with anybody, right? So an entrepreneur, in my mind, and I could be wrong, Z help me out because this is the technical guy. He can take all this jargon I have and put it into a phrase better than I can, is an individual that goes out, works for themselves to provide for themselves. And there's no cap to their earning because it's based on how much energy and effort and work they put into it.
I mean, more or less, yes.
Okay. This is the JD Juris Doctor version.
Well, so that is a good, accurate description of what an entrepreneur does, or the nature of being an entrepreneur in the work that you do. However, the term can be applicable because to more than just that. Because at the end of the day, what you are is a risk taker. That's what the essence of the word is. You're a risk taker, and as an entrepreneur, why are you a risk taker? Why? Because there's no safety net. Now, I will say this: there really is no safety net even if you have a job. Facts. But we're gonna unpack that later. But yes, you're taking a risk because a lot of times everything about being an entrepreneur is a risk every single day.
Facts.
You assume liability for everything that happens, especially as an owner or a sole proprietor. What? You assume the responsibility for everything that happens, whether it's one of your employees or contractors who perpetrated the act, guess what? Let the master answer for the servant.
Right.
So that's an inherent risk, and also you're always constantly at risk of losing it all.
Man.
In an effort to try to gain more. When you're trying to scale your business, you have to take risks. You have to spend money that you have to spend resources. You have to spend time that. Quite frankly, if the investment fails, you don't get to recoup.
You don't get none of that shit.
So that is another risk. The other risk is when you step into the world of being an entrepreneur, you literally are responsible for not only yourself and the food that you put in yours and your family's mouth, but you're responsible for other people.
All your employees.
You got a thing called payroll, and if you don't, payroll has to be made before anything else because. If you don't eat, okay, you figure it out. But if your employees don't eat, they walk away. And if you
definitely won't eat after that.
And there's no eating after that. You have to have somebody. That's how capitalism works. You have to have someone who works for you for less than what they're worth.
Right.
Quite honestly. But so just a couple of ways.
Maybe drop the weed.
So in honesty, that's just a couple of ways in which entrepreneur you are a risk taker when you are an entrepreneur.
Yo, it's hot as hell. I'm the sweaty friend. I'm sweating like an Hebrew slave. This nigga has a fucking sweater on and it's cool as a cucumber. You call him on his good day.
That's just me.
So real quick, before we get into it, I know this is not on our ticker. What made you become an entrepreneur?
No,
because you had a good like. If anybody knows, Z was a 6-figure earner, had his Juris Doctorate. He's a lawyer. Obviously super smart, eloquent. Good dude. Was having a comfortable living. But what made you come over to the bad side? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I'm glad you asked that question. It's a good question. What really made me join crossover? It's because of who the type of person I am, man. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a very free spirited person. I march to the beat of my own drum. I'm just a way maker. I make my own way. I don't like a lot of structure, over structure. I don't like bureaucracy and red tape.
Hate being micromanaged.
Micromanagement. There's a lot of things about having a job that just it doesn't fit who I am as a person. It wasn't organic to me. Now, multiply that when all those things I just said, they're even worse.
I saved this number as Madison Oprah Pussy. Like, who the fuck is that?
You was drunk as fuck.
Yeah, had to be.
Her name was Madison. She looked like Oprah. She's gonna give you some pussy. That's what you said.
Clearly, and she called me. I kind of want to pick up, but whatever.
So anyway, for me, for the type of person that I am, it just wasn't a natural fit. I was good at it. I can do it. I'm an intelligent person. And I was successful,
Right.
But at the end of the day, there was always something to me that said, why am I working this hard to pass somebody else's pockets when I can put this same energy and effort into my own thing and make money hand over fist. So that's why
what you do for somebody else, you could do for yourself.
You can, and in the position I was in, as a director, you want to talk about no safety net. There's only at that level. There's only one way out. I mean, There's only one way up, and that's out. You don't go up from and with all of the shit that you're responsible for, once it goes wrong, guess what?
Was the juice worth the squeeze?
It's always you.
Was the juice worth the squeeze when you were in the corporate world?
I can't say it wasn't. I was living a good lifestyle, everything. And respectable career. Probably would have went upward, but from the perspective of having autonomy. And calling my own shots? No, absolutely not. There's no comparison.
Right.
But the thing about entrepreneurs, like people jump into this entrepreneur game thinking that those things, your reason, your why for becoming an entrepreneur does not materialize immediately. You have to get in this game
3 to 5 years, baby.
Knowing and understanding that your dreams will be deferred at least until you're out of the red. You know what I mean? You got to get in the black.
3 to 5 years to get out of the red.
And in that 3 to 5 years, the likelihood of failure is extremely high, no matter what business it is. Some business even higher.
I owned a restaurant.
That is one of the most riskiest businesses.
Listen, I used to pay $300 a week for napkins. I stopped. I see now. I saw a nigga use 2 napkins. Hey!
Put that
shit, man. One nap. You get a n. You only get a napkin. You get a n. You better go like this.
Yeah. So I mean, and the crazy part, what people don't understand is when you become an entrepreneur, at some point, once you're scaling, even in the beginning, whatever consumer base you have, whatever your niche market is, you go from whatever you was doing before that, seeing a certain amount of money that is indicative of being an employee. The thing about being an entrepreneur is you almost instantly get to a point where you're touching and seeing, I'll say seeing,
Thank you,
more revenue. Hence, I said revenue. I didn't say profit. I said revenue.
Revenue.
All of that shit going directly into an account with your name on it is kind of like a culture shock if you're doing this for the first time.
Especially since if you're in the hood and you ain't never had nothing like that. Seeing $30,000, $60,000 deposited one time in your account.
Man, I mean, like, but here's the caveat today, and here's the warning to anybody out there thinking about being once you start seeing that type of revenue, that is the nature of the business. It is a consumer-based, consumer-driven, endeavor. So you are dealing with a multitude of people sending you money all at once. That's the power of compounding. So you're going to see these numbers, but what you have to do is have a good business plan and an understanding that that is not your money. It belongs to the business, and a lot of times, most of it
taxes
is
between labor and taxes
and taxes, operating expenses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know that it's what it salts down to realistically for the average entrepreneur. I'm speaking of a sole proprietor because that's what I am, a sole proprietor. On average, about 33 to 35% is what I keep of all revenues.
Literally,
now, it does fluctuate up at certain times depending for anybody.
Shit.
Like, for example, once you start paying off equipment and or your insurance goes down, certain things that happen along the
rolling
way,
expenses sometimes kind of fade away after longevity happens. That's
true. And so once you start get to a place where you can decrease costs, then your profit margin expands, and that's but that's typically after that 3 to 5 years that we're all talking about. So if you just getting in the game, no matter what it is you're doing, just listen, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If you're a typical entrepreneur building yourself up from nothing, you don't have a silver spoon, you don't have a platform or a catapult, be prepared to be disappointed,
man, and
stressed out.
Listen,
fucking all of the shit.
You see this? See this Kevin Durant going on?
For a minimum of 3 years, a minimum, and that's if you're doing well.
That's if you're doing well.
That's the critical.
That's if you're doing good.
But then now that we're being honest about the downfall, it is upside. It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. It's not for the faint at heart. It's not for the weak. It's more importantly not for the people that want instant gratification.
Not at all. This is something you have to invest into wholeheartedly. And you have to believe in it when it doesn't believe in you. Right. It's going to be a lot of times where you feel like the world hates you, and the whole point is for you to shut down. But the only advice I have is just keep going. If you can, if you're not completely bankrupt or shut down, just keep it pushing, man.
Like I say, if you're in jail, I get it. But outside of that, you should still keep going. Because at the end of the day, you don't really know when that corner will turn. Right? So did you know Jeff Bezos was about to give up on Amazon?
Oh yeah, that's a common. Everybody knows that, and and we just said it. Entrepreneur, regardless of who you are, the things that it takes to be a successful, just the entrepreneur, not even a successful entrepreneur, just to be an entrepreneur, you as a person have to possess certain traits and certain qualities. And it's a lot of them, but that's not to say that. I mean, I think they're in everyone, but the level at which you have to possess that got to be on 10 if you're going to be a successful entrepreneur. And the reason I say that is because there's a lot of people that think that just because they have a hustler's mentality, right, that they also have an entrepreneur spirit. It's not the same. Not the same. So explain what's a hustler's mentality?
Okay, so a hustler's mentality is I'm gonna get it till it's done. I'm gonna focus on me. I'm gonna do me. It's kind of like the go attitude. And all I'm saying is that's perfect. That's amazing. But as a hustler, you're only really focusing on yourself. As an entrepreneur, you got to look at the bigger picture. Leadership and management.
What's up, bro? What's up, Ben?
Leadership and management, they butt heads. And what you have to understand about every organization, they have rules, regulations. That's management. But then they have individuals that have to help push that organization. Let's just say I'm Pablo Escobar and I got bricks. I'm management.
Bricks.
And this is leader. He's trying to put everybody on. And I'm saying, listen, don't go to the United States. I've been doing that. It's not going to happen. But this leader, because those are management rules, but this leader's like, nah, we got this guy named XYZ. We need to go there. That's really the difference. It's like when I am an entrepreneur, I'm looking out for everybody. I got to watch and see before you watch and see. I got to be the navigator. I got to be the tour guide, not the travel agent.
Right.
When I'm a hustler, nope. I'm all by myself. It's me,
yourself.
give me mine. It's what's my next licks? What's my next check?
And okay, so now here's what to add to that. When I look at hustler mentality versus an entrepreneurial spirit, I think that the nucleus of both of those are you got to have drive. You got to have the will to get the fuck up and go.
That's the common denominator between the two.
You know, and both are driven largely by money, right? We're money motivated people, right? You wanna put yourself in a circumstance to make as much money as you humanly can. Now, here's where, and just in my opinion, take it or leave it, I don't really give a fuck.
Message.
But in my opinion, there is a subtle difference between someone with a hustler's spirit and a hustler mentality versus an entrepreneurial spirit. And I think that difference is someone who is entrepreneurial oriented, right, and is going to become an entrepreneur from a legitimate standpoint. They're more likely to have. They're probably a little bit better at strategically planning things. Running numbers, collecting data, and the intangibles of the back office shit, right? And that's an important skill to have when you're running a business. Versus a hustler, and someone with a hustler's mentality, it's more off the cuff, right? You get up and you get it by any means, however you got to do it, but it's usually more execution oriented. It's not a lot of planning involved. You might have an idea. You think, I know how to get this bag real quick. You're just gonna get up and you're gonna go get it
and figure it out.
You ain't figure it out. So I think that. I think they both require having the same type of mentality.
Of course,
but I think the execution is
levels
a little bit more thought out when it comes to being an entrepreneur versus a hustler.
Yeah, okay, I like that.
But with that being said, there are two different types of people, and listen. It's nothing wrong with being either one, right? But some people have what it takes to be an entrepreneur. They're oriented that way. They know I don't want to work for anyone. I want to work for myself. Regardless of the risk, I feel better betting on me.
Facts, big facts.
Now, the other side to that is there are people who are considered worker bee. They have a worker bee mentality. Now, worker bee, that sounds like a negative connotation.
It's really good because every entrepreneur needs a what?
A fucking worker bee, right? The better worker bees you have, the better your business is going to do.
100%.
It's capitalism, people. Capitalism thrives on labor. We need labor. We need worker-oriented people.
America was built on free labor.
And today it's still almost free.
Yeah, they just got to go to jail first.
Yeah, no, you can live in society and just understand that you pretty much, after taxes, you pretty much working for still working for free. But so talk to so in your opinion, Jay, talk to us about entrepreneur versus worker bee.
Okay, so the entrepreneur is the person that kind of is the creator of the systems. Right? They're the innovator. They're the individuals that says, okay, this isn't working. We need to try this. The worker bee is the individual that goes out and performs the system. Hey, I think this works right here. I need you to go out there and make it happen. Cool. So like I said, okay, so anytime I open up any new market, I'm the manager. I hold down the systems. I pay everybody. But I also need a leader that actually can go out there and train people. You teach them sales. and I'll make sure they get paid on the sales that they have, and I'll make sure that they grow in which they need.
Mm-hmm.
So that's literally the difference. You know what I mean?
So,
like night and day. The manager manages the systems. The manager forwards it, and all you do is execute. I'm the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Worker B, you the route runner. You'll win the trophies, but I'll be in the
And
Hall of
understand
Fame.
too, a worker bee like that.
It's not a negative.
It sounds bad when you say it like that, but remember, a worker bee includes high-ranking individuals. You know, C-suite people. At the end of the day, you're working for another person.
LeBron James is a worker bee.
Well, I mean, that's arguable though.
No.
He has ownership over his brand.
The reason I say that is that when LeBron first came into the NBA, he was a worker bee. They paid him off the work he was going to do.
Okay.
Because they paid him, now he can branch out and do it. The funny thing is that you can become worker bee and owner in 5 minutes when you're in NBA. When I'm 17, they don't know me. I'm working this hard. Now there's NIL, I got $7 million. Now I can put my niggas on. So, yes, that's true, but they wouldn't have done that had he not been a worker bee.
But here's the cold, hard truth.
Let's go.
Sometimes you can be an entrepreneur and still be a fucking worker bee for your goddamn self. And that's
that's just because you can't delegate your duties, but we not going to talk about that. Or you can't find a nigga that can duplicate you.
Right. And that's the thing about, being an entrepreneur. The hardest part about you get in it, you say, you know what, I'm doing this so I can capitalize do better with my time and enjoy the finer things in life without having to punch a clock, yada, yada, yada. But you don't realize how beholden to that fucking business you become. And even if you have management,
you can't be sick
management and support staff, it doesn't matter because there is something inherent in an entrepreneur that will not trust their business with another. I don't care how much
I don't give a fuck. I'll put that in
you.
there. Fuck you. Because the thing is, if you lose it, I'm going to cuss you out.
I call it the Jerry Jones syndrome.
Yeah.
Period, point blank.
Yo, that's funny. He the manager, CEO, coach, Jackie Moon. You
gonna pay somebody millions of dollars to run your team, but you cannot stay home to save your fucking life. Yeah. And that's kind of, especially when, as a small business owner, that's your baby. That's your livelihood. You built that from scratch. It's hard to just trust somebody with that. And so for that reason, it's the reason why we get up dumbass early. Day. And there's no clock to punch. Clock.
Somebody was like, yo, Jeremiah, when do you stop working? You know what my reply was? When the job is done.
When the job is
ain't never fucking done.
Especially in sales.
Man, what?
There's always another person.
The fucked up part about entrepreneurship is you always start at zero every single day. You literally have to reinvent, reperform, reimagine. You got to be 100%, kind of 100% of the time. There's no days off or no lax or wasn't a good day for me. Head ass on entrepreneurship. You got to be the champion of the system. The fucked up thing about the entrepreneur is that you're Captain America. You are that guy. If you ever been to school, because I was a class clown, I always geeked on the nigga that was he always answers this, he always under that. I made fun of that nigga. When you're an entrepreneur, you gotta be that nigga. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you one of the other things you don't think about that I learned is as the brains of the operation, being the motor, it's incumbent upon you. You have to be able to think outside the box, right? You got to be a problem solver at all times. Yo. Do you know how many times a problem was presented to me and an employee or a contractor is calling me like, yo, this is and you be surprised the solution that you come up with so easily.
You got because you have to.
How did y'all not
think about this? So real quick, because I have to say this. So when he says problem solvers, we're problem solvers to people, not business. Business kind of takes care of itself because it's the business. But we are problem solvers to the people that we hire. I didn't know I have to be a counselor to all the women that get beat by their boyfriend. Jeremiah, I can't come in to work today. Me and my boyfriend fighting. Now I got to be a counselor to you.
So real quick, my brother, shout out Ben if you still watching. He checks us out on live. I love you, bro. He out in Phoenix. But listen, he said I've owned and run multi-million dollar businesses. And at this point, appreciate
the worker bee hat he's currently wearing.
I'm working. Now
he got some other shit, but we ain't reading that because I don't feel like clicking on shit. But thanks, Ben.
But no, that's a good point because sometimes being a worker bee is even if it's a false sense of security, a lot of times people feel more secure in that because They're like, listen, I'm assuming no risk. All I have to do is show up, do my job, and I'll get a paycheck. I can go home, going about my business. There's nothing wrong with that. My only caution to that was I've been there, and I will say this without pause. There is no safety net nowhere.
Listen,
I don't give a fuck. You can work for a company for 30 years.
I'm starting to itch. Yeah, what I mean?
And when their bottom line is at risk, guess what?
You can't even get 40 hours right now because they'll say, listen, you got 39.5, go home.
But,
you know what I mean?
But I do understand, and that's not typical, right? That's not typical.
But as a business, you have to make sure that the business keeps running.
Right.
So I get that.
The viability of a business, is constantly volatile.
Man.
When you go to work as a worker for a company that has a established foundation and a strong history, there is a certain sense of security in knowing that this company has been around for 50 years, probably going to be around for 50 years.
Best known beats best every single day.
Every day.
So McDonald's will be better known anywhere. But, Five Guys have better burgers.
And so there's no, it just is what it is. There's no better or worse. There's no good about, there's no nothing bad about being
a worker.
A worker and supporting a business and giving your talents and efforts to help that business. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
It's just a difference. I don't like the entrepreneurs that think that they're holier than thou because they're an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Because the truth is most entrepreneurs are fronting or capping about their actual position or of the health and viability of their business.
Yeah, they be lying. They be like, I'm making 100,000. Nigga, you lying.
No, because the reality of it is you made enough to go out and buy that sports car that you bought because you was celebrating the incumbency of your business.
Can't put gas in it.
You made enough to make your
Gotta put it in a nigga garage so they don't repo it.
No. You made enough to make your lifestyle look lit as fuck, right? And then you spent the next 4 to 5 years fucking treading water, praying that your door stay open every day.
Right.
That's just the honest to God truth, guys. And eventually you do get to a point where if you around long enough and you get the hang of shit, your business you get out of the red, you in the black, and your business starts to scale.
Wait, hold on, real quick, because it's a Harper moment. Yo, Harper, who's your favorite person in Columbus besides Jeremiah that you sat down with and we recorded that video? What's his name? Hey, yo, who? Hey, yo, what? All right, so Daddy, so Daddy is recording right now and everything like that. Remember, I'm gonna pick you up tomorrow at Grandma's house around 1:00. We're going camping. I got your food. I got your Oreos. I got your donuts. Okay. All right. I love you, Sweet Pea. I'll talk to you later.
Oh.
All right. Wait. Harpy, she's our lady. If you don't love her, then you're crazy. Nobody can. I love you, baby girl.
All right. We had our little Harpy moment that happens every once in a while. When we record.
I'm sorry. I love y'all, but I love her more.
Shout out Harper. That's my bro's daughter, man. I love it. I love it, man. I'm a girl dad, too. I think they the same age.
Same age.
Hey.
Your daughter is way bigger and taller than my daughter. I'm gonna hire your daughter to be my daughter's bodyguard.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. My daughter's a beast, bro. She like her daddy. But anyway,
no
man,
neck.
I don't want to. No, she got a neck.
I'm joking. She do.
So we talked about so far we kind of made I ain't gonna lie, we kind of made entrepreneurs
look kind of bad.
Because
we gotta get y'all the ugly. Because at the end of the day, it is ugly. Yeah. Like I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but when you raise that championship belt in the ring, I know I got sweat stains. That's only 5% of the work that you see. You know what I mean? I know listen, you can barely get your chin in there. So y'all got to understand that. The reason we say the ugly of it, because we want you guys to understand the ugly of it.
And the truth about it.
And the truth, because remember, success ain't beautiful. And if you ever seen a ballerina's feet, black, blue, green, gray, look like sardines or gravy and the sausages. But that's what success looks like.
Right.
Like but this, I just got off of work. These are sweat stains. I smell like vinegar right now.
I like what you said, the analogy, when a ballerina, because when you're in the crowd, when you're on the outside looking in, when she's performing, all you see is beauty and grace.
You don't see but
the ugly, fucked up ass toes is masked by the outward beauty that's being performed on the stage. It's exactly the same analogy.
Man.
You can look at a brick and mortar, an online business, no matter what it is, you can look at it, and because you can tap into it, your automatic sentiment is that it must, because you can see it, you can touch it, you can benefit from it, you can patronize it, whatever. You think that that's a successful operation when little do you know that business is probably 1 to 2 bad weeks,
nigga,
from going
under. So a couple things. Let's say we're gonna bounce back and forth. A couple positives about being an entrepreneur. Things that I absolutely love. Number one, I could dictate my schedule. Period. Point blank. If I feel like going to Dubai, damn it, I'll fly. If I feel like getting first class, god damn it. If I feel like going to Jamaica, I can. I can dictate my own schedule. Do it guilt free. Mm-hmm. You ever call off of work and you feel bad and didn't really enjoy your day off?
I have never felt bad.
Especially if you work for white people.
This is how I knew I was
come and ask black people questions. So what were you doing, Jeremiah? Mind my fucking business. I'm sorry.
No, I was I'm there with you. This is how I knew I wasn't intended to be a worker.
Talk to me.
I have never ever had remorse by any means.
I did.
For not doing my job, calling off, anything. Never once cared at all. Anytime I skipped out, anytime I sat at my desk, anytime I stole company time, any of that shit. There was never a time where I reflected in hindsight and said, I shouldn't have.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Because I've never felt that. The only reason is that my name is Jeremiah and I can't relax. Like, when I work, that's me being comfortable. Like, I work on Sundays for fun. I'm just being honest with you. Like, it got so bad, my CEO of the company had to call me one day and tell me to take a vacation. He literally said, listen, Jeremiah, you've been doing such a good job. I'm going to send you on a vacation. No, I got to work. I got to build my team. No, I am mandizing you. I don't even know if that's a word. No, mandatory.
Mandating.
You
get mandated.
Like,
bro, you
to take a vacation.
Man, listen.
That's how much I work. So I understand, but I feel weird when I don't. It's going to be like, God damn. I feel like ain't shit. I feel like the nigga that's fucking the bitch that's staying at her house.
Hold on, but look, let's rewind for a second. This is another reason why I knew I wasn't cut out to work for someone else. The word mandated is enough to make me scratch all of my fucking
Like, you ain't gonna just tell me what the fuck to do.
Like, the first time I was ever told that I had to stay here because I've been mandated. Did you understand what that means? That means another motherfucker is telling you are not free to leave this facility because I said that you need to stay here and continue to work for me. The first time someone told me that, I said,
these niggas don't know. You had to put it in nigga mode. You want a nigga here now.
Let me show you how not mandated I am as I walk out the fucking door.
With my nuts dragging. All right, yo, listen. So here's.
So listen. So what's some more? Okay, so right. Let's highlight some of the good. What's some of the positives? About being an entrepreneur.
You can get paid thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
There's no ceiling. Like, you're not one of these 9-to-5ers that get excited when they income tax come. You know what I mean? Like, well, we pay tax.
Yeah. Like that's another thing. Like, when tax season comes, we run like a motherfucker.
Yeah, we're not looking for it.
I've owed taxes since birth.
There's no refund check associated with...
hell no. I got to try to figure out how to write off this shit.
Right, exactly.
So, you know how every company has like a Christmas party December, fourth quarter, some weird bonus goes by? You know why? Because they made so much money that the IRS is going to tax them, and they're going to give it to your stupid ass, so they tax you.
That's the only reason you get a bonus. It's not because they really like you.
Nigga, we going to put some debt on your ass.
Yo, listen, man. I said, man, you know how you say you be looking for write-offs when you file your taxes?
Nigga.
I'm going to try, look, this year, I'm going to try writing off my weed. You know why? You know why the fuck I'm going to write off my weed?
So, no.
That's legit.
No, listen. Clearly, we not about to air this episode, because if they going to Google this shit, they going to be like, what the fuck was he talking about?
No, hear me out, though.
They offer me $100,000 on
IRS, hear me out. I'm writing off my weed this year. Here's why. First of all, it's legal now in Ohio. We in Ohio.
Can't write off cigarettes.
It's legal. Second of all, I'm making a case for this shit is a business necessity. If I don't smoke weed, I can't fucking do it. It's too stressful.
Listen, when we get our corporation, we can literally put in the bylaws, every every person that works for us has a $10,000 weed budget. No. You can put no. I swear to God, no. You can put those in articles. Yeah, you can put that. No bullshit. Just Just because it's impractical business acumen doesn't mean that it's real.
It doesn't mean it's
real. Yeah. Like I could put in the bylaws, we got to buy Jordans. We got a $50,000 budget for Jordans. Like, yeah, so, okay, listen. All right. He's smarter than me. I ain't gonna front.
So, all right, so you thought it was stupid as fuck until I said what I said,
you said it, because I backed that shit like Emmett Smith.
If I really did, and they stay, at least now, for y'all that's watching trying to poke holes in my shit,
you're right.
I understand the difference between federal taxes and state taxes. If weed is legal in the state that I live in, it's still not federally legal, then I can't fucking write it off on my federal taxes. I get that.
State.
But, nigga, still got to file state taxes.
And local. God damn it.
What is that? Jurisdiction?
No, y'all got county. County and fucking
all that shit.
My thing is, I have state, local, fair, and county. That's 4 bitches taking money from me.
I don't care if I get a refund of $1,000 for writing off $10,000 worth of weed.
I'll take it.
In a fiscal year. I'm taking it.
Listen, when I was an entrepreneur, when I first made over 6 figures in my own name, I think I made $120,000. I owe $18,000. When I became a corporate owner, LLC, I made $420,000. Do you know how much my return was? Yeah, they said, Jeremiah, because you took such a loss last time, if you make $1 million this year, you'll be at 0. Yeah. So that's the difference. The cool thing about being an entrepreneur is that all the money that you make, you keep. You just got to hide that shit.
Wait a minute. No, wait.
When I say hide, I'm not saying, y'all goofy. You're not saying like that, like bury it. When I say hide it, I mean spend it on shit.
Tax shelters.
Tax shelters. Thank you. See? We on Breaking Bad. Y'all on Wire. Y'all thinking of Avon Barksdale, and y'all niggas, we ain't talking about that. We are talking high class Pablo Escobar shit. When we say high, we talking about dummy corporations, and we talking about
strawman.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on.
Build anything. Say you built a house, nigga, $1 million, right? The point I'm trying to make is at the end of the day, I would choose entrepreneurship over anything because the harder I work, the more money I make.
But I want to back up to something you said real quick because we don't ever want to mislead nobody. You said that the money you make you get to keep all of it.
Well, no. Okay, so when I say keep all of it, meaning that
you have to differentiate between operating revenue and revenue and profit.
So when I say so you know how like you get your check for $200, but then they take like $70 worth of taxes or whatever.
Right.
We don't have to worry about that. When we get $200,000, it's $200,000, right? So what we got to do is we got to take that and we got to pay it off. That's what I was saying. The money that I get is the money that I get. When I tell people I'm about to hire you and you're going to make $200 a week, in their mind, because they've been so conditioned, they thinking $150 because taxes. No, you're going to get $200. So as an entrepreneur, if I get $200,000, it's $200,000. Now I got to figure out where to put this shit. I got to pay my rolling expenses. Exactly. That's the building and the doors. Mm-hmm. I got to pay the labor, the salespeople that made my shit. And then I got to take half of that if I want to pay taxes. But I don't. So I got to figure out how the fuck I'm going to spend this for the business. Mm-hmm. So I do shit like take people on cruises. And, buy a motorcycle.
But
put money on a car.
But all of those things is what,
those are tax shelters.
Big corporations do this shit all the time. So if you're listening and you're thinking about starting a business, this is one of the benefits. Because right now we're talking about pros of.
Yeah, exactly.
And we spent the first 30 minutes bashing our own selves, but
self-deprecation.
But it's not all. But we just wanted to be honest with the people and tell them why it's not for everybody. But now,
and remember, guys, so we got Bro Migos business. It's $5 a month for subscription. You get access to both of us. So we're gonna put that website on. We're gonna have a lot of tutorials and things of that nature coming soon. Obviously, we got bigger patches, better packages, but $5 will get you in.
I just learned about this in this moment.
Yeah, I literally made that shit up because we were talking about it. He was like, he wasn't going to stop me. So, yeah, but y'all got to know this shit. Like, we trying to get to the chicken, man.
Right. So, all right. So to finish my statement, one of the beauties of pros of being an entrepreneur is when you do bring in all that revenue, you get the luxury of sitting down and deciding how to bring down your taxable income. Right, and you can get very creative with it because the rule book, the tax code for allowances for business owners is about this fucking thing. And if you can if you can be creative, you can pay damn near nothing. And that's why people, when Donald Trump wouldn't hand over his tax returns, why y'all think that was? Donald Trump had taken advantage of every tax loophole known to man to the point where
As
it
he
was
should.
damn near unjustifiable for him to not have a tax bill in relation to how much he actually
His
made.
tax bill was probably the size of a receipt, not the CVS receipt, because you know them long as fuck.
Right. That's why I said in
Or
relation
store
to
receipt.
what he actually made. So that's another good thing, you know. And if you get really savvy, your business is doing really well. You have the revenue to justify it. You can start doing really nice shit like putting fucking cars in your business.
Get a
name.
trust. You can actually open up your own insurance.
If you want to, you know, you can put home. If you can justify the expenditure and make it relatable to the nature of your business, is
winner.
It's not going to question kids. You got to think for a small business owner.
Dinner.
There's been times where, you know, you might be tempted to feel squeamish about claiming certain shit on your taxes, thinking you're going to get audited, and I don't know if this is because, I'm going to get audited because I'm trying to bring down.
Let it ride.
You are, that is such a microcosm. We talking about billion-dollar corporations that write off hundreds of millions of dollars for dumb shit. And guess what? They're not audited.
I'm going to break it down to you. This is how it works. If you have an LLC, they'll be like, here's the information. They'll start opening and looking at the bottom line. As an LLC, you technically can't count losses $15,000 or less. I mean, $15,000. How the fuck you have an LLC and $15,000? That doesn't make sense. So they'll look at that, they'll audit it. If you have a corporation, this is exactly what they do. Here's the corporation. Cool.
You get whatever.
Because they can't do shit.
You get whatever you want.
Whatever's in there, they got to honor it.
So saying all that to say, you know, for all the aspiring entrepreneurs, if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, jump over the fence on the side of entrepreneur.
Pay the $5
for all of the fucked up shit we just said. If you can hang in there past the critical period, there's so many more cons than there are pros. And yes, you do eventually get to the point where the autonomy kicks in. You do dictate and have more control over your day.
Right.
What you want to do with your time. You get more personal time. But again, it comes with scaling your business and growing it to a point, nurturing it to a point where you can step away from it if you can get over that mental block that
3-5 year hump
that makes you no. I'm talking about the mental block that does not allow you to trust your business in the hands of a manager.
Another motherfucker.
At some point, you will need help, especially
delegate
out there,
yeah.
not the corporate heads.
Y'all ain't shit. Y'all
sole
ain't really
proprietors,
business.
you will need help. When you get to the point where you need help, that just means that you're probably doing better than you did last.
Right, and you probably need to give us more money because we actually have a premium package. It's $1,500 a month. We'll come out, we'll talk to your staff and everything like that. We'll kind of help you with your books, kind of point you in the right direction. You know what I mean? We also offer protection for businesses just in case other people want to come in and muscle it. I'm not saying we're that guy, but you got the lighter?
Where we at on time, Jeff?
Right now we are at.
I got to leave at 10, man. I got
About
20 minutes.
on-
I think Jeff smoked.
Right.
Jeff hasn't smoked
Right
weed
around.
in a minute. I think he hit the blunt and was like, okay, cool.
Because it took him a long ass time to spit that
Yo,
shit
and Jeff
out.
is so
I'm
it's like,
what
boy,
are
hey,
you looking
Jeff.
at, my boy?
Hey, yo, Jeff.
Yeah.
And you know so
Oh.
funny. No, anyway, go ahead.
So I think we that was just a little crash conversation because we're both entrepreneurs. I don't know if we said that. But
Yeah. Like
we're both entrepreneurs,
entrepreneurs.
and we just felt like tonight was a good night to share what we go through. I know it's a lot of people in the internet age. We're monetizing everything.
Right.
We're monetizing ourselves more than
Brand,
at
everything.
any point in time in history. We're monetizing our personalities with no tangible product to sell.
Shout out to OnlyFans.
And it works. So with that being said, a lot of people looking at building their livelihood on entrepreneurship.
And we want to set the expectations mentally.
Because of that, we're gonna revisit this because we have a lot to say about it. But this was just like entrepreneurship 101 according
Get
to
your toe wet.
According to the Bro Migos.
Yeah.
There's
That real
good,
nigga shit.
there's bad, there's ugly, and there's
Uglier.
But at the end of the day, to me, it's still I rest my case at it's far better than working for someone else, busting your ass to put money in somebody else's pocket when you can be putting that money.
Say if you work really, really hard, next year I can get myself another motherfucking
I'm
house.
on fries.
Exactly. Oh, next week.
What is that? That's
Ain't
when
never
the big
really,
bucks
really good.
start
That's when the big bucks start rolling in.
coming to America. All right, Jeremiah's Jaded Moment. What we got? What you got
All right,
for
cool.
us
So
today?
I think I probably said this before, But the only reason I bring this up, because it was really weird. So I don't think I said this before, but all right, cool. So I get a lot of compliments. I think I'm a decent looking guy. And I usually go to this one coffee house every single day for the most part because number one, they got good Wi-Fi. And number two, sometimes I just got to be out the house. So I go to this coffee house with a point. They know I'm regular. I'm kind of like a regular. They know I'm Jeremiah. Got a big personality, big smile. You know, I do stand-up comedy sometimes. I got a lot of jokes. So they kind of know me. So every time I come into this coffee house, I get the same thing. Well, not going to say the same thing. But the same girl always compliments me the same way. And I don't think this is a compliment. And women, if y'all do this, stop fucking doing this. She was like, the first time I saw her, I know you a hoe. What? Like, what? Yeah, it's just, you just looking at me and I'm clearly a hoe. Like, no, I'm not a hoe. You just think I am. What you're really telling me, you look so good, I'll fuck you right now. That's pretty much what she's telling me. Right? That's really true. Or you'll get, I know, how many kids you got? What? So she's giving me all these compliments, glazing me, as the kids say. I know you got all the girls. I know you got this. And I'll throw some goofy shit in there because I'm just Jeremiah. And you know I'm bow-legged too, right? I don't know why women like that shit, but whatever, it works. Don't know why, still don't know why. Write me a fucking letter as to why women like bow-legged men. But the point I'm trying to make is that, yo, she was like glazing me to the point where I was like, well, damn, bitch, I can stick my dick out and I think you'll suck it because so much you're on me. Men don't really get compliments anymore. We don't get women coming to us doing anything. We get acknowledgments. You know what an acknowledgement is? Fellas, if a woman ever told you they thank you or appreciate you for spending money on them, then that's an acknowledgement. That's not a compliment. Oh, I love the way you put gas in my car. Oh, I love the way, thank you for taking me out. Bitch, that's not a compliment. That's an acknowledgement. So the point I'm trying to make is she's doing this. So as a man, because I am a man, I'm like, well, if I ain't got to work that hard, and she keeps sticking her tongue out. And I'm like, all right, well, she want my dick to go in there.
So I think the crowd want to know, did you smack?
Here's the thing. This is Jeremiah's Jaded Moment. Here's
saying.
Jeremiah's Jaded Moment. This is Jeremiah. Thank you. This is Jeremiah. I gave her my number. She said, yeah, when I get off, hit me up. I was like, all right, well, what do you drink? Resposado. She was a nigga, you know, fucker. Yeah, Resposado. It's same bitch that say Kroger's. Yeah. S fucked her up. So she was like, all these. You went to 2 stores. So I was like, all right, cool. What do you drink? So before I got the drink, I was like, aha, she might be bullshit. Tell me why I called her. Never went through. Straight to voicemail. So I showed up the next day. What happened? You got all the girls, but no, call me. I got you. Called her, guess what happened? Repeated cycle. Bitch, you came up to me. You pretty much told me you'll bend it over and bust it wide open. You gave me your number and told me to call you. Then said, I'm getting off. You're going to be home. Don't waste my time. I know you bow-legged, so. And then you don't respond?
That bitch live with her nigga.
I know it. I know it. That's what I know. And he probably live with her and nigga. That nigga crazy. She don't have a side tooth, so I know that nigga knocked it out.
And she was missing a side.
That's why I knew the head was good. Damn. And she was formerly fat.
How does that make the head better? Did you get a little piece of the side meat going in between?
Listen, I don't know what they do, but when a bitch harmonica your dick, she got a side tooth. I've never had a harmonica.
Wow. That's
you know, a bitch use your dick like an old school phone, like she said, yeah. Like, yeah, no, anyway. But, so that's what I was looking forward to.
Man, keep trying.
No, fuck her.
You gonna
go? No.
Going to the coffee shop?
No, listen. When she talks to me in public, I treat her like my text messages in private. I don't respond.
Damn.
Fuck you, bitch.
But so you still go? You still go to her place?
Yeah. Fuck. And she's like, "Hey, Jeremiah, I just drank my coffee." And then I was an asshole. So there was arguing for I just was an asshole. So a nigga walked in, and one of the servers, she was kind of fat, and she was pregnant. I didn't know that. I just thought she was fat. So he right here, and she like. The girl that I was talking about.
He be fat shaming. You be fat shaming.
I like fat. There's a lot of fupa under that poopa. I mean, poopa under that fupa. Chalupa under that fupa. I've been drinking. And I don't mind fat girls. I like fucking fat girls. Like, listen, I like it. I ain't gonna front. I like fucking fat girls. You gotta have some big titties and a fat ass. Not a big girl ass. Just because your ass big. Just because you big, your ass big. You gotta have an onion behind that. Because they fun to fuck. I ain't gonna front. Y'all scream a lot. Shut the fuck up. I'm not putting a baby in you, literally. But anyway, anyway, so she was kind of pregnant. The girl and
the girl kind of pregnant.
Listen, she was just fat, and I just thought she was fat, but she was actually carrying a baby. And the girl I'm talking about went to the nigga and she was like, yo, she looking for a baby daddy. You want to be her baby daddy. And I started laughing with the nigga. And then I started saying shit about her that only she knew. And I was just Jonesy, like, you ever get a girl that really like you, telling you all this, gave her a number, never responded? She looking at me like, bitch, a hit dog holler, shut the fuck up. He won't know it's you. So then she was like, call me later. Like, anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, at the end of the day, fellas, passport bros. 2 5s make a dime every time. So if you can't get out of the country, get 2 ugly bitches. And they will treat your dick like the sausage they never had. Shout out to all the BBWs that suck dick real good. Because they suck your dick like that's the last dick they ever gonna get. Shout out to them. And if you BBW, DM me. You know what I mean? I'm being honest with you. I'm tired of the bullshit. And I'm for the aunties. All for the aunties. Shoot.
And that, young ladies, is Jeremiah's Jaded Moments. This nigga jaded.
Like a motherfucker. Fuck you, bitch. And if you're in a situationship, thank you for letting me know you got 2nd grade pussy.
Damn, who hurt you? Hurt people hurt people.
Listen. Okay, you ready for this? And this is why I'm really jaded. Because I don't bother anybody. Fuck that. Hat off. I'm cute. I'm sexy. At least I think so. I get a lot of compliments from women. A woman just walked out and I don't think so anymore. This nigga tripping. And he got a golf shirt on with no chest hair. I don't trust him. But the point I'm trying to make is women come up to me and get my number. I don't put myself out there because I don't have to. I went to Howard University when Barack Obama got elected. Damn. Them hoes filled my head up already. I'm like Kanye. Bitch, what do you say? I'm on my pussy. I don't need your pussy, bitch. I'm on my own dick. I get surprised myself all the time. But the fact you came up to me and wasted my time, that's what I'm mad at. And this is my jaded moment. This is a real jaded moment. I got stood up by a woman to the point where I went to the restaurant and this bitch didn't show up. I was so hurt, I went to a bar to drown my motherfucking sorrows. As I'm in there, I'm drinking my Jameson, almost emotional. It's a woman that walks in and sit down. I was like, well, damn, you look like how I feel. Terrible. What happened to you? You know what she said? I got stood up. Bitch, me too. And we vibed on that. We laughed on that. We kikied on that. We slapping knees. We talking about maybe I smell like vinegar. Whatever. And we decided to go out to make it up. This bitch stood me up. Fuck you.
Wait.
That bitch is light-skinned from Detroit and she got glasses. She one of those big girls with no big girl butt. Fuck her. I wish I had her name to put her ass out there. Do not trust this dumbass bitch. She the only girl that will go into a bar and buy water.
Jeremiah's Jaded Moments, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, sir, for that rant. We really needed it thoroughly. All right, as we close out, we got a segment that is called Ask a Bro Migo, and that is with your boy Big Z in the flesh, me. So every once in a while, because people think I know a lot of shit, I guess, I get asked questions. And I don't always field those questions, but I thought we'd come up with a segment where I do start with some dumb questions, some good questions that I get asked during the course of my day or my, whatever, my interactions. I get asked these questions. I'm going to start bringing these questions to the table, and I'm going to answer them to the best of my ability. It's going to be anecdotal. It will not be rooted in any sort of facts or research. Take it or leave it. I don't give a fuck. Why? Because I don't fucking know.
Anyway, ask me tomorrow. It might be a different answer.
You might get a different answer. Ask me 2 shots from now, you might get a different answer. So I would not build my life or future on any of this advice.
Tell niggas that.
This is just that's our Bro Migos disclaimer, by the way.
Man, y'all it is retards. What it is. Like my thing is that why you gotta put on bleach? Don't drink.
Wait, come again?
Like
I missed that. That went way the fuck over.
Like why do you have to put on the box like the bottle of bleach? Please do not drink.
I get you. You. Why do you need it? Because there's some idiots out there. Some dumbass people out there. But anyway, so
hopefully they're not our
one of my young homies asked me a couple days ago. He said, "Man, you know what? And listen. So I always speak facetiously, and if you know, you know. If you don't, this might go right over your head because I'm not literally going to give advice, but you might catch it, you might not. So anyway, young homie asked me, "Hey man, you know what? I'm ready to stop bullshitting. I'm ready to get to this paper."
Let's go.
I said, "All right, you ready to get to this paper? You ready? So you finally ready to get to this paper now?" Getting to this paper, when you're writing a paper, when you're getting to your paper, there's a couple things you got to look out for. One of the biggest detriments to a good paper and getting a good paper is typos. Typos? typos, get it? Typos. So what you really got to watch out for when you're trying to get that paper is certain typos. Certain typos are diabolical. They will absolutely destroy your fucking paper. Why? Because they're there just for that reason, to fuck up your paper. You will not turn in and record a good paper or get to that paper if you fucking with certain typos. You have to avoid them at all costs. The typos don't care. They're just there to destroy your paper, get whatever they can out of you, and make sure that you don't make sure you don't turn in a good paper. So whatever you're doing, young niggas, when you're ready to get to that paper, get to the bag, but avoid certain typos.
Yo, Z is a genius. If you didn't catch that, please log off. Please don't subscribe. Don't tell niggas you follow us. You ever like it's some bitch I don't want to be alone. I fucked. And on that note, it's your man, 100 Grand Jeremiah, aka the Sales Hero, BKA Jaded Jeremiah, Magical Nigga. I got Jeremiah the Messiah, Hurt Perkins. Sorry I fucked your wife, but she asked me twice. Z, let them know who you is and let them know why we can't.
Nothing more, nothing less. Big Z in the flesh, baby.
We got some bills to pay. Please send it our way. Bro Migos, if it ain't 2 cups,
it ain't us,
baby.
Bro Migos.
Bro Migos.
Hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm out this bitch.